summer here in ESA, and most of the students are on their internships, gone for the summer. Thought for this week, I heard something over the last week that had a big impact on me, and the saying was, if your boundaries don't offend anyone, they're probably not really boundaries. And anyone who's been following this YouTube channel for a while knows that very often talk about that leadership, an important part of leadership is focus, it's priorities, it's having a clear view of what is important and what is not important. And that a leader for themselves and for their team and for their company is very good at deciding what is important, communicating what is important, and making sure that the time, energy, resources, effort of themselves and of the company goes towards what they have consciously decided is important. And for me, one of my challenges over the last 20 years teaching at a business school is how to decide where to put my time. And for many of the years, I've tried to do it without pissing people off, without annoying people, without letting people down. And I've sought and tried thinking of how do I create this focus and boundaries that the limited time that I have goes to what is important, but I don't want to piss anyone else off. And this reflection that for me to have boundaries, if they're to be real, if they're to really mean that I focus my time and energy on what I consciously decide to be important, they kind of have to piss someone off. And I'm going to have to come to terms with people feeling let down, people feeling that I haven't given them the time and energy that they feel they deserve, and they're going to be annoyed. And in some ways, this saying has been a relief to me to realize it's not that I'm doing something wrong. It's not that I'm poorly managing my boundaries or my communication of boundaries. It is that for you to lead, for you to focus time and energy on what is truly important, you have to say no. And people aren't going to like that no. And that those boundaries are by necessity going to some degree, offend people. And for me, this last one has been kind of a revelation that it's not a poor management of my life that I cause offense for others when I put limits and boundaries on my time, on my energy, on how much I'm willing to give of my time and energy into their projects, their ideas, their conversations. It's a sign that I'm doing this kind of well. And for each of us, if you don't have boundaries, then you are not a person of integrity. You're not a person who is choosing to focus on what is important. I think Warren Buffett, one of his sayings is, you're only someone of integrity if you've said no often in the last day. If you haven't heard yourself say the word no in the last 24 hours to anyone, you're giving away your time and your energy to the important projects of other people. And just pleasing other people and giving away your time and energy to other people is not a life of integrity. It's not a life of intentional design. To live a life of intention means that you do need to clarify what is important for you. I think you also need to write that down so it's in paper and you can go back to it. But once you've clarified what is important, you need to be selective. And selective means you put boundaries. And these boundaries will annoy people. So the lesson here, if people are annoyed at your boundaries, then they're real boundaries. They're boundaries that are letting you focus on what you choose to be important. And a lot of great authors, they do not give interviews. They're not on social media. They've really put up boundaries so that they can truly focus all of their time, creativity, energy onto the one act that they've decided is most important for them. And I guess for me, I decided that making videos is more important than email. So this creation does more for my future than responding to an email to a person. And that boundary annoys some people who expect a response to their email. but the only way I'm going to live a life of integrity is have boundaries, and the only way that they're real boundaries is they actually annoy some people, and that annoyance is not a sign that I'm poorly living my life. It's a sign that the boundaries really are allowing me to dedicate my time and my energy to what is important. So message reflection for you here is that to live an intentional life, a life of integrity, a life of focus on what is important for you, you need first to clarify what is important for you, and then you need to put boundaries that allow you to dedicate time and energy to the actions that move forward and what is important to you. So anyway, reflection here from ESA as the summer is coming, a campus that is rather empty of students until September, when they all come back after the summer internship, the summer break, to restart courses here at ESA. So anyway, again, it's been a while since I made a video, but again, thank you for your likes, your subscribes. Thanks to all of you who've signed up for the new video course that I've shared on Udemy. I'll stick the link up here. I think we have now 667 participants. So have a look, check out the Leading Yourself and Others course. I think it's a powerful resource to help you take this decision about what is important for you. Have a good one. See you soon.